Okay, hair, cowlick. Guess that's good enough. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chagnon and I have been away for 2 months now. School has kept me busy, which is understandable because I am doing my master's and there is a lot of stuff to do. Either way, I am currently sitting in front of you, ready to put on some makeup. I recently just got back from Washington, D.C. It was a lovely visit, and yes, things are crazy right now in the US, but DC is beautiful. So many museums, they're all free. I was a very happy girl because the museums are beautiful. Either way, I'm here, I'm gonna put on some makeup. It's gonna be makeup for spring, even though it's very much not spring yet. It's very cold back home compared to how warm it was in DC. The weather in DC was amazing, so amazing. It felt like spring, and now I'm just shot back straight into minus below weather. It's freezing. So yes, I'm anxiously waiting for spring, which is why I'm going to be putting on spring inspired makeup right now, because I need some spring in my life. So let's get started. First up, I am going to be putting on some concealer. I'm going to be putting on 2 concealers actually. This one's to cover up the dark circles. This one's to brighten the under eye. I've been into putting on 2 sorts of dusty. Ah! I've been into putting on, things aren't going well already. I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit out this time around, and then I'm gonna put it underneath my under eye in a triangle. This stuff is amazing. It's nice and thick, so it really covers the under eyes and those dark circles, which for me aren't horrible. I've been getting a good amount of sleep. I've been trying to get a good amount of sleep, so my dark circles aren't crazy. Is that an eyelash? Yes, it is. Goodbye. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with a makeup sponge. And whatever excess is on the sponge, I'm just gonna go around my chin because I've got some hyperpigmentation marks there and little blemishes and just general redness. Next is the other concealer. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand, just a very small amount. You guys can't even see that. And I'm gonna use a concealer brush to apply this underneath my under eye, again in a triangle formation. This is the Unique concealer. It's quite a bit thicker than the CoverGirl one that I was using before. It's also the lightest shade. It's in Scarlet, so it really brightens the under eye. Right, I should probably say why I was in DC. I was visiting the Smithsonian's Natural History Museum. I was looking at flies there because my degree, my master's degree, is a thesis in entomology, so bugs. And I'm working on a genus of fly and I am revising them. So I was looking at the flies there that they have in their collection. It's a beautiful collection. I got to play with compactors, which is this, it's a type of storing for insect collections, and it's pretty much cabinets and they're on rails. And if you want to get into the cabinets, you press a button and the cabinets move away from one another and create an aisle between 2 cabinets. It's really cool. So all the cabinets, when not in use, are compacted together, and when you want to get into a cabinet, you separate the cabinets and go down the aisles. Lots of fun to play with. So I'm gonna again blend that out with the beauty sponge. Next, I'm just going to powder the under eyes and set all that, and then I'm gonna put on some bronzer. Powder puff brush. So I'm gonna use my favorite bronzer, the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, and I'm gonna use my Real Techniques, I think this is called the buffing brush. Well, it's the one with the round brush head. I'm gonna get some of that on the brush and just carve out the cheekbones, go underneath, do the nose. I am going to put on highlighter next. This one. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. Yeah, that's it, that's all it is. The liquid formula, I have the shade Moonstone. So I'm gonna again get some on the back of my hand. That's way too much, but who cares? And I'm gonna dab it on the high points of my cheekbones my nose, and my cupid's bow. Spring makeup is all about the glow factor. Highlighter is done. And last for the face, I'm going to put on a little bit of blush. I'm coming back into using blush pretty much the entirety of the winter time. I didn't use any blush. I didn't. I would contour and that was that. Where's my blush brush? Here it is. So I'm gonna use a very light colored blush, nothing too popping, and I'm just gonna dab it on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm gonna smile creepily at you. Just a little bit of rosiness, nothing too intense. Let's move on to the eyes. So first off, I'm gonna do my brows. Do I want to fill them in or do I just want to use brow gel? I'm feeling lazy, so forget that. I'm gonna use just the brow gel. So this is the Gimme Brow. I absolutely love this stuff. It is amazing. Pretty much this is all I use. I barely ever fill in my eyebrows anymore. Just too much work for me. And now I'm just gonna sweep in the brow gel. I just find that this stuff, because it is pigmented, it just fills in the brows, my brows enough so that they look nice and prepped and dark. I naturally have very thick bushy eyebrows, so it doesn't take a lot of work to make them look good. I mean, you guys might think they look horrible. I think they look good, but preference is preference. So that's one done compared to this one over here. So much darker and looks good. I do the shaping of my brows myself, so I think the two of them aren't the exact same, so they look sort of wonky. I don't care. As long as there's no hairs underneath here, I'm fine. And I don't need that sharp arch. That's not my thing. I have more straight brows. So for this one, I like to brush the eyebrow hairs up because this whole part here, like the end bit, is a little sparser than this one. I actually have some hairs that point up naturally, so I brush them up and then I brush them that way. And then they stick in place. Ta-da! Both are done to my liking. But before mascara, I'm gonna put on some eyeshadow. So I've got this here, Color Tattoo by Maybelline, I think. So this is the Color Tattoo. It is in a pinky color. I really like pink. And it's a cream shadow, so I'm just gonna pop it onto my ring finger here and then just dab it onto my eye. All willy-nilly. There is absolutely no method to the madness right now. This cream shadow will also double as an eyeshadow base because I'm actually gonna put in some more eyeshadow on top of that. I'm gonna be going into this palette here from Unique. It's number 4, and I'm gonna be getting this color here, this taupey color, dark taupey color. It's called Arrogant. And I'm just gonna be getting it on a blending brush, and I'm gonna be going in the outer corner of that eye. I'm gonna use this mirror. Ooh, I breathed on it, wait. And there we go, that is the eyeshadow done. And we're gonna go in lastly with some mascara, and that will be the eyes finito. This is, of course, my favorite CoverGirl Plumpify Blast Pro. Gonna pull all the weird faces. Then I'm just gonna go in with a makeup spoolie. This is an eyelash brush. I'm just gonna separate out my eyelashes. I've got lots, so they tend to clump together. So I'm just gonna separate them. Come on, thank you, separate. And lastly, I'm gonna go in with a lip gloss. I've gotten into lip glosses again. This one's the NYX Butter Gloss. It is in Strawberry Parfait, very springy. So I'm just gonna plop that on. These things are also really moisturizing, so it's really nice to wear them when the weather is kind of dry out, which it is right now. All right, just gonna replace the bangs, muck with the cowlick, give up on the cowlick, and that is the makeup done. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, then please consider subscribing. There is the subscription button down below. Apparently there's this new thing called a bell. So if you guys want to click on that bell, that way I guess you get actual notifications of me uploading a video in the future, then you can do that too. If not, just subscribe away. And I will see you guys very soon in my next video. And until next time, guys, bye!